30th January 1948. The world stopped for a moment. 3 bullets were fired and the Mahatma fell. But those bullets were not just aimed at a man. They were aimed at an idea, the idea of India. This is the story of two men, Mahatma Gandhi and Nathuram Godse, and their two conflicting visions for the nation. As we all know, Mohandas Kamchand Gandhi was born on October 2, 1869 in Porbandar, Gujarat. He educated as a barrister in London. He came back and started his profession in India. Gandhi literally failed as a lawyer in Bombay, led to the beginning of his South Africa journey with his client Dada Abdullah. His turning point came while traveling to South Africa, where he was thrown out of a train at Pietermaritzburg station. That humiliation became the seed of Satyagraha. He completely transformed during his stay in South Africa, where he faced racial discrimination. There, he developed his weapons of truth, Satyagraha and Ahimsa. In his book Hind Swaraj 1909, Gandhi called Western civilization a disease and argued India should not imitate the West but rediscover its own strength. Returning to India on Jan 9, 1915 with the advice of his political guru Gopalakrishna Gokhale, traveled entire India for 2 years and he would soon become the face of India's freedom movement. Gandhi, now the mass leader. Nathuram Vinayak Godse was born in 1910 in Pune. As a teenager, Godse once called Gandhi a great leader and even followed his Swadeshi ideals. Over time, he grew disillusioned, believing Gandhi was appeasing Muslims at the cost of Hindus. Godse joined the RSS in the 1930s and later became a full-time worker for the Hindu Mahasabha. Though the RSS disowned him after the assassination of Gandhi, documents show he maintained links with both groups. A strong believer in cultural nationalism, Godse felt that Gandhi's politics weakened Hindus and endangered India's unity. He wasn't just an assassin. He ran a newspaper called Agrani, which later became Hindu Rashtra, with his brother Gopala Godse, where he regularly criticized Gandhi's policies. Gandhi's India was a land of Ahimsa and Sarva Dharma Samabhav, respect for all religion. He fought the British Empire with truth, non-violence and moral courage. He believed that India's strength lay not in uniformity but in unity amidst diversity. He preached that freedom was meaningless if built on hate. In Gandhi's own words, "My religion is based on truth and non-violence. Truth is my God. Non-violence is the means of realizing Him." But to Nathuram Godse, Gandhi's vision was dangerous. Godse grew under the influence of Hindu nationalist organizations like the Hindu Mahasabha and was deeply critical of Gandhi's politics. He accused Gandhi of being too soft on Muslims and of encouraging partition by supporting appeasement. For him, India's survival lay in asserting Hindu cultural identity above all else. Godse's own words from a court speech: "I took it upon myself to remove the person I consider to be the greatest enemy of our nation. I do say that my shots were fired at the person whose policy and action had brought wrath and ruin and destruction to millions of Hindus." This was more than a clash of two individuals. It was a clash of two Indias. Gandhi and Godse had both one thing in common, that is, fear for India's future. Gandhi feared that hatred would tear India apart. Godse feared that Gandhi's tolerance would weaken Hindu survival. Gandhi's India was built on forgiveness, harmony, and moral courage. Godse's India was built on cultural pride, militancy, and exclusivity. Both loved India, but they envisioned her future differently. Gandhi believed violence would destroy India's soul. Godse believed non-violence would destroy her strength. Gandhi saw strength in forgiveness, but Godse saw weakness in forgiveness. Where Gandhi saw unity in diversity, Godse saw betrayal. Only few know that Godse and his group had tried to assassinate Gandhi earlier in 1944 in Pune, but the attempt failed. The final act in 1948 thus was not spontaneous, it was a planned conspiracy. Gandhi's last fast came in 1948, just days before his death. Gandhi fasted to ensure India released 55 crore to Pakistan. Many, including Godse, saw this as betrayal, but Gandhi saw it as a moral obligation. And the day came, 30th January, the assassination happened and Mahatma fell. Sardar Patel privately wrote to Nehru that Gandhi's assassination was a warning against communal politics that must never be ignored. Ambedkar told in parliament that while he opposed Gandhi's methods, political assassination is a form of barbarism. In fact, Einstein admitted he never met Gandhi but said, "I feel the loss of a man who belongs to all mankind." Meanwhile, Godse's last words before his execution in 1949, Godse said he had no regrets, claiming history will judge me better. His final wish was to be remembered as a patriot, not as a murderer. Scroll through social media today, and you will often see something surprising. Nathuram Godse glorified, Gandhi mocked. But why is this happening? Why are many young Indians, instead of seeing Gandhi as the father of the nation, trolling him online? Let me tell you the reasons. The reason number one: anger against partition. Many young people looking back at history see partition as a huge tragedy. They blame Gandhi for being soft and accuse him for compromising Hindus' interests. Godse, who opposed Gandhi for this very reason, becomes a symbol of that anger. Reason number two: quick, simplified narratives on social media. Social media thrives on short emotional content. Posts praising Godse or mocking Gandhi spread faster than detailed historical explanations. The complexity of Gandhi's philosophy is reduced to memes, while Godse is turned into a rebel hero. Reason number three: appeal of aggression over patience. Youth often admire boldness and defiance. Godse's violent act seems decisive, while Gandhi's non-violence seems slow and weak in today's impatient times. And people nowadays like non-violence more than anything. Just see the current movies grossing thousands of crores are full of non-violence. Reason number four: ignorance of Gandhi's global impact. Many know Gandhi as the man who was shot, but not as the man whose ideas inspired Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, the Dalai Lama, and countless struggles worldwide. Martin Luther King Jr. studied Gandhi's methods deeply before leading the civil rights movement. He once said, "If humanity is to progress, Gandhi is the man we must follow." Christ gave us the goals and Gandhi the tactics. Reason number 5. Polarized politics today. Current political debates around nationalism and identity make Godse's name resurface. He is used as a tool in ideological battles, and many youths pick sides without studying history deeply. Yes, Gandhi was not perfect. He made mistakes, and he had critics even in his own time. In fact, he is a man, not a god. If you keep on focusing on wrongs, you can find wrongs even in Lord Ram and Lord Vasudeva Krishna. So mocking Gandhi without knowing his contribution is unfair. He gave India the gift of mass movement involving peasants, workers and women in the freedom struggle. The moral power of non-violence, turning resistance into a global movement. The image of India as a nation of conscience, not just another violent revolution. And that's why when Gandhi died, the great Einstein said, "Generations to come will scarcely believe that such a man, one as this ever in flesh and blood, walked upon this earth." And he was a great Hindu who practiced its true principles till his last breath, and even his last word when the bullets were fired, that is, "Hey Ram." To the youth today, you don't have to agree with Gandhi's every idea. You don't even have to follow his philosophy, but at least respect him for what he truly was. The man who gave us freedom not through bullets, but through courage and moral force. If you dislike Gandhi's ideology, debate it. If you admire Godse's fashion, understand its consequences. So, let us argue, let us question, but let us also respect our real heroes. And Gandhi, despite all criticisms, remains one of the greatest heroes India ever gave to the world. Gandhi versus Godse was not just the battle of the past. It is still a question for the present. Even today, Gandhi versus Godse is not just history. It is our choice. Two men, two visions, one India. Which path will we choose? Do we want an India of coexistence or of division? Do we walk the path of violence or the path of non-violence? If you want to know the true value of non-violence, please go and ask to the families who lost their loved ones in war times, and to the families of the soldiers who are dedicating their entire life for the security of the nation. You will get to know what is non-violence means to them. There are a lot of ideology clashes between Rabindranath Tagore and Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose and Gandhi. As we all know, we often question the two titles given for Mr. Gandhi, which are Father of the Nation and Mahatma. But the fact is, both the titles are given by those with ideological issues. This shows the greatness of Gandhi. Godse killed Gandhi, but he could never kill Gandhi's ideas. And perhaps that is the greatest victory of all.